Hey everybody, welcome. Ah, it feels so good to say that. It has been like, what, 2 months since I've made a video? It's been a tough, it's been a tough last 2 months. So like, towards the end of Thanksgiving, I started getting really sick. And pretty much spent all of December just fighting off acute bronchitis. I spent 2 weeks thinking it was just a flu, and usually I get past like a cold and a flu within a week. But yeah, 2 weeks in, I'm feeling worse. I'm trying to fight it. It didn't help that I started a new job. There was a lot of stuff happening in my own personal life. It was raining. It was so cold. So yeah, I've never been this sick in my life. I go to the doctor, and he tells me that I have acute bronchitis. Puts me down for another 2 weeks. So like 4 months of just resting and taking like a buffet of antibiotics and all sorts of cough suppressants and medicine. So I got through that like a champ. I started feeling a little sick again. Again, it's been raining and cold. Too cold for Southern California. I love it, but not when I'm sick. So luckily I was able to enjoy Christmas and New Year's with my girlfriend and my family. I was feeling a lot better, and even now, you may still hear it. I have a little bit of congestion still going on. So I haven't completely kicked it, but it's getting better, and hopefully it'll start getting warmer so I can start getting at least some help from nature. I usually feel like when it's colder, I just feel like it comes back a little. Anyways, so that's why I've been gone. It's just been crazy. In that time off, Laura the publicist from What of Whom Records sent me an email asking if I would review an album, and I said yes. This is right around the time when I started getting sick. Didn't think much of it, and then it turned into this big thing. She reached out to me. The release of the record on vinyl was coming, and she wanted me to put it out there, and I couldn't make it for that deadline, unfortunately. And I'm really sorry for not being able to do that for you, and for the Radio Galaxy, which is, I'll get into how awesome they are in a bit, and I'll show you the record as well. I've been listening to it for like 2 months, so it's grown on me like a lot, and they're like one of my favorite bands, groups, whatever you want to call them. But anyways, so yeah, a million apologies to you, Laura. Thank you for reaching out and having me do this. I'm so excited that I can finally do this for you and for this group that deserves to be put out there a little more, because they are fucking talented. They are amazing. They are treading on this just kind of like new sound. Well, okay. They describe themselves, and I wrote this down. I thought it was pretty cool. They consider themselves future soul, space hop, electro funk. And they do have all those elements in their music. They have all of that. It's funky, it's soulful, which in my opinion is just a combination of power. It demands your attention. It takes over your body, just like funk and soul does, and you start to move. It's an involuntary reaction to it, and it carries out throughout the whole album. It's just fun, danceable music that you just kind of get to. Some of them are a little slower than others, but they always deliver something that's a little unique and different. So each song has its own thumbprint, essentially. And what I thought was super incredible about this group is their ability to have fun with their music. Now, they're super talented as far as their craft goes. Like Space Bunny, Jefferson, King Midas. I wrote them down because their names are awesome. DJ Cosmos, and I didn't want to mess it up. And hashtag no catchphrase. All of them. This is a group of 4, right? Each individually has their own style and approach, I'm sure, to music, but together, just like their genre blending, you think that it wouldn't work, but it does. It just blends so beautifully and effortlessly. It's kind of weird. Like, every once in a while you get a band or a group that you listen to and you think that, because they're so different and they have something interesting to bring to the group, that it somehow will work, but then it doesn't, and it just kind of sounds forced. There's no flow to it. It's not sincere. It's not authentic. This is an exception. This album here sounds like it's supposed to, if that makes any sense. And again, it's not just confined to a specific sound. It's not just funk. It's not just soul. It's not just hip hop. It's it's all of it and more. They do have a bit of a spacey sort of avant-garde style to them where they're kind of experimenting with different sounds. But I think that's needed because a lot of hip-hop, a lot of other music in general, like just music in general, is very repetitive. There's a formula for it, and they follow that to get to, you know, #1 on the charts or whatever. This is real. Like, this is them just enjoying the process and creating something that resonates with other people. So I'm gonna show you this record. This is it right here. I love this cover. I love the minimal approach to covers. I like, I have to say, less is more. You got all of them on here, represented through these different interesting images, and they have merch as well. I'll link all that down below. I can see myself rocking one of these shirts that they have, and then the back, of course, you got track listings with all the information that you need. Yeah, I mean, nice packaging. I really like it. And then, of course, the record, which is incredible. It is pressed in this beautiful white vinyl. You have like little specks here. It's not like a pure white record. It has like specks of brown. I see a little bit of like blue. I love that. Personally, I think that's really cool when I see a record and it has that in there. Little specks of other colors that kind of made it through the press. And then you have this beautiful white label to kind of bring it all together. So it looks really, really good. And it sounds amazing. It sounds great. It kicks really well through my speakers. And then in my car, I've been streaming it. I committed to getting Spotify, like paying $10 a month for it. They have this super awesome deal where you get like, pay 1 month, you get 3 months worth of music, commercial free. So I got to listen to this record and then started fumbling through some of the other stuff that they had on there and on Bandcamp. They covered Lithium from Nirvana, which is arguably one of my favorite songs from them, like along like Sappy and Francis Farmer. I love those songs a lot. Lyrically, Lithium I think is perfect, and having here Space Bunny Jefferson sing it in her voice was just, oh my god. It is a fucking sexy ass voice. She has got an incredible voice. She can be delicate and sensual and you know, just flat out sexy, and then she can also just kick it up and just punch you in the face with her delivery. She flutters through the beat. I mean, it's really just exactly what I like, you know, in hip hop. Like any MC that can flow through a beat and have their own kind of like rhythm on top of what they're already like producing is a talented MC. They have this unique style to them that you know is going to be theirs. So she delivers that, and the lyrics are on point. Like, they're not some basic ass lyrics, you know. They have some depth to them. They have some value. They mean something. And I know there's a lot of you out there who are searching for that. I think we all inside are. If you listen to music and you don't care about that, then I'm sorry, but it's superficial. It's not. You're not digging into what it can create, what it can inspire. And I got all of that through the production, the music, the instrumentation, the drums. They're so live and so just, they cut through. They really push the song through. They do this thing where they're kind of singing in a almost like a choir. So it's kind of has this gospel-y like vibe sprinkled into it, which I always loved. I'm not like a religious guy. I don't listen to gospel music, but I've heard some gospel music in that type of like style of recording where they're singing and it's a bunch of people and it's just this almost like this wall of sound thing coming through you. It just kind of hits you. It'll bring you to tears. Like it can move something in you. It's just so, again, powerful. The title of this album, damn, I don't even think I mentioned it, is it's pretty funny. Nobody digs your music but yourself. Luckily for them, that's not the case. I really dig this album, and I know a lot of you will as well. There's a lot to enjoy, to discover. It has been a journey. I'm very grateful to have been, you know, again, asked to do this because this is outside my comfort zone. I don't necessarily listen to music like this. I don't go out and look for it. I should, but it takes a little motivation. So when you have someone like Laura hit you up and ask you to do it, you can't turn it down. So, in a nutshell, there it is. This beautiful record. Pick it up. Check it out. Look them up on Spotify. Again, all that will be linked in the description down below. Thank you for your patience to everyone for sticking around and not forgetting about the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick but honest review of what I thought about this album. More to come. I'm getting back into the rhythm of things, balancing out my life, and finding time for this little thing that I really truly enjoy. So don't forget to like, subscribe down below. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you guys on the next one.